Move your clip. Move your chain to your collar.
Okay. I look a mess. That's okay. It is the evening. What's today? Friday evening. It's dark in here. But I just came to print a couple of things. But I've been planning to record and kind of show a little bit. Let's see. So there's my classroom number. I'm room 4, kindergarten. Yeah, I really look a mess. I promise I don't look like this on a daily basis. It's just what's happening. It'll be better in future videos, but I just wanted to finally give you guys a little bit of a feel for my classroom, and yeah, I'll be kind of walking you through the process of getting set up here in the next few weeks. It is the middle end-ish of July. School starts in Michigan here. School starts September 4th will be the first day. So, and PD will be midway through August. So I really need to probably get going here pretty soon, getting set up and everything. But they actually just, the light's better this way. They actually just cleaned my carpet and stuff yesterday, and they just moved all my stuff back in and kind of just put it in the middle of the room. So, yeah. The nice thing is, kindergarten here, I have desks or tables, not like individual desks for every student. So I only have like 6 of those, and a couple of extra tables, my kidney table and stuff, a couple bookshelves, this gigantic thing that was left here. I'm kind of skipping, didn't really start from the beginning and all that stuff, but I'll get to that in another video in detail and stuff. But this was left here by the last teacher. This is my first year at this school, first year in this classroom, first year in kindergarten, first year teaching. I just graduated in April, super excited, and I'll talk more about all that good stuff on another occasion. But anyway, they left this gigantic kitchen set, and it's really an eyesore to me. So I know that kids might want to play with it, like it might be nice to have, but I don't really want to look at it all year. So we'll see if I can find a place where it looks okay and doesn't really bother me. If not, I'm going to scrap it. So we'll see what happens with that. But I guess I'll just kind of show you everything that I have in here. It's not set up at all, and then you kind of get to see in future videos my process of kind of getting set up and organized and all that good stuff. And then you get to follow me throughout the school year. My first year of teaching, I know that that's an exciting time for me, of course, and an exciting time for all the new teachers out there who are going to be doing the same kind of thing that I'm doing right now or in the future, and who want to kind of get a feel for things. I know even now I watch tons of YouTube videos, Pocket Full of Primary, Kyle Thane, he's an awesome kindergarten teacher in Ohio, I think. So those have kind of been my go-to people on YouTube, just to kind of get a feel for all sorts of things, how to set up the classroom, how to get started with parent communication, what else? Interview tips, all those great things, which I feel like I have a really good hold on already, but it's always nice to have a little bit of support and do some research as well. So those have kind of been my go-tos. And my mom and my brothers, they both have YouTube channels and they do their things. So I figured I have a lot of ideas, I really look a mess. I need a haircut. Anyway, I have a lot of ideas, a lot of, I think, good things to say, a lot of knowledge, some information to share. Even though I'm a new teacher, I'm gonna have a lot of experience in the school system, special education, other programs, a lot of different things. So many things that I want to say and want to share, but it won't all be in this video, of course. So let's just see. So my desk is over here in this corner. It's quite a nice desk actually. One little handle is broken though, and that again is going to bother me, so I'll probably end up like finding the serial number and the brand of this desk and going on online and going to see if I can going to try to find a replacement handle, because like it should have a little grippy that you can pull, but it's not there, so you have to kind of pull it from the side. But anyway, my desk is over in the corner. I'm not really sure. There are two hookups in the room to hook up my computer and whatnot to the projector. One over in this corner and then one way in the back over there. So I'm not really sure where I want it. I kind of like the idea of having it in the back of the room. I don't know. That just feels right to me at this point, but we'll see. It's kind of hard to have a good feel when the room looks like this. So once I get started moving things around, I'll figure that out. But that's my desk. I have a couple of little like island desks, just for whatever I decide to use them for. I'll probably put my document camera on one up here closer to the screen or somewhere around the room for when I need to use that. I have another pretty cool table. It's like a half table. So that'll probably be for materials, that kind of thing. I'll probably put extra pencils, paper, maybe some different baskets. Haven't really thought all of that through yet, but that's probably what that table will be for. Then again, the desks, I keep saying desks, the tables have 2, 4, 6 tables that will be for the students. And I actually just got my roster yesterday. And as of now, I have 27 students, and I've been kind of chugging through that, and I'll talk more about that later too. My kidney table, and then my bookshelves in the middle, and again that horrendous kitchen thing. And then it looks relatively clean in here, but there's really stuff everywhere, kind of like in every little nook and cranny, and all the cabinets. I'll kind of show you in there too. So I have all these games that were provided or were left here. So those will be used for workshop stuff. I'll go through those and maybe talk about those at a later time. Some science curriculum books here. Let's see. Level readers. Took me a second. Some level reader books, more level reader type things here. Just tons of books, and I have to go through and really see. Oh, these are multiple copies. So I'll be discovering stuff as I'm going through here too. I haven't really had an opportunity, but those look like multiple copies, or actually looks like a class set. So maybe for some shared reading type stuff. What's in here? More of those same things, multiple copy books. Those ones don't quite look like a class set. So books galore. Looks like some headphones and whatnot. Radio for listen to reading type stuff during Daily 5 reading workshop type deal. Some looks like some toys, aprons, dusty. Maybe for like indoor recess, and then manipulatives, of course. I'm like manipulative overload because I have tons of manipulatives at home in my basement too. More books, binders, so much stuff. But yeah, I have tons of manipulatives at home too. Let's see. Tons of manipulatives at home. Say it again. So yeah, I have to organize all those in containers, and I probably don't really need to label them if I use clear containers. Anyway, a lot of those. More stuff. Really cool. There are like 5 boxes of, looks like crayons. These might be markers or colored pencils. Yeah, these are markers. These are all crayons, 800 pack, not opened, but these are colored pencils. 240 pack, not open. Can you see? Crayons, colored pencils. Also crayons, not open. More crayons, not open. So that'll be one thing I don't have to worry about. Pencils, of course, not sharpened. Looks like some glue. Those have been used. More stuff. A random t-shirt. What is that? Ooh, music stuff. I'll definitely be using those. Like some music sticks or what are they called? Rhythm sticks. Chalk. What is this? This looks like 120s chart for maybe I was looking for that book. For 120s chart for morning routine. Counting the days, that kind of thing. Again, I'm in kindergarten, so we'll really be just getting started with learning numbers and all that good stuff. Sorry, I'm struggling with the camera. I'm gonna get better. Macaroni, or rotini, I should say. All right, down here, these are like food trays, probably not for actual food, more for like workshop activities that have small pieces, that kind of thing. Some paper, whatever you call that, like a thing you put your cards in for a calendar, or that kind of thing, or your daily 5 groups to hang in. Clips, expo markers. So yeah, you can see every cabinet is like jam-packed. The teacher that was here before me, she finished out the school year and was moving out of state, and I was fortunate enough to be moving in. So yeah, she cleaned everything up really well, like it's all here, but there's really no rhyme or reason to where it is. And even if there was, like, it wouldn't be my rhyme or reason, it would be her rhyme or reason. So I had to like go through everything. Eventually I'm gonna take everything out of the cabinets and organize it so that my brain knows where everything is. So it's quick to grab when the time comes. But anyway, more games and activities. So that same kind of deal over there. More of that stuff. Looks like this is literacy stuff here. Maybe there is a rhyme or reason. Alphabet, words, beginning sounds. So there's some sort of rhyme or reason. This looks like literacy stuff. Sort of a rhyme or reason. Who knows what this is? What is that? It's in a Fiji bottle. Blue liquid. I'm probably okay. Oh, I think it's like it has glitter in it. It's like like a snow globe thing, probably for like mindfulness, to help students calm down. Not the best bottle. I might actually transfer that over to like a mason jar. So, posters. There's my document camera up there. Anyway, this is math stuff, it looks like. So there's kind of a rhyme or reason. More manipulatives. Again, overload on the manipulatives. Erasers. Manipulative. Oh, this is cool. Styrofoam. Oh no, I lied. It's still cool. But this is fake money. I thought it was like fixed styrofoam pieces, but they're paper pieces. These look really nice. I'm guessing these haven't been used ever because they're too pristine. And to be in a kindergarten classroom, they would not look like that. There's a coin. So all the manipulatives. Well, paper towel. Another something I probably, no, I shouldn't say that. I'll probably run out. There's a good starting there, but at some point I probably will have to buy more. Books, have to go through those. I have a funny story about books, but I'll finish going through the cabinet first. I have no idea what that is. Versatiles. Okay, a couple more cabinets. Some stuffies. These cabinets are kind of like deep. They go back fairly far, so who knows what's behind the stuffies. But there's chalk. I see boxes, so probably books or games. Magnetic chalkboard easel. That'll be cool for kitten table. More crayons, scissors. Another 120s chart and number cards. dry erase boards that are in horrendous shape. Actually, physically, they're okay. Like the condition, they just need to be wiped off good. So, when I recruit my brothers to come, that'll probably be one of their jobs, is to wipe those off. Tissue. Looks like that goes all the way back, so a good start for tissue. In the future, I'm going to talk about how to get and maintain resources like hand sanitizer, tissue. It'll be a quick chat. You probably already have a little bit of common sense about how to do that, but I know in some districts it's quite difficult to get those things and to maintain them. Some districts it's super easy. Here I'm pretty fortunate. Look at all these big books. So many books. I love it. Here it's pretty easy. I already have a good start. And my teammates have a bunch of stuff too. Close these. More books up there, big books. So yeah, I won't really ever run out of things or have to buy stuff on my own, which is nice. But I want to give out some ideas for if you close these. More books up there, big books. So yeah, I won't really ever run out of things or have to buy stuff on my own, which is nice. But I want to give out some ideas for if you are in that situation where you might have to buy something, some alternative routes, so you aren't digging in your pocket for resources. Something else pretty cool here. Oh, that door swings open. It almost threw me out the window. This is a pretty big bathroom compared to. Anyway, I do have a bathroom. It smells. It smells like a bathroom that has not been cleaned since the last day of school yet. So apparently they cleaned our classrooms, but haven't gotten to the bathrooms yet. More paper towel, but I don't necessarily know that that's mine. It could be my teammates next door because Ziploc bags. Because we do share this bathroom. So look, quick peek. Her room was just cleaned too. So our students share. I should say it's my students' bathroom because I won't be using it, but we do have that. So that's wonderful for quick access. And not so much having to worry about getting my students out in the hallway to the bathroom, but I am pretty fortunate, it's dark, that the bathroom's also right there too. So if it's ever full or backed up, I won't have issues with that. So yeah, that's kind of like a super quick rundown. Hang on, let's see. Okay, yeah, that's kind of like a super, I just like baffled by how rough I look. I need a haircut. It's magic what a haircut will do for you. For me at least. I look like a whole new person. A haircut and a decent shirt, not basketball shorts. But anyway, what was I saying? That's a quick rundown of just what's in here already. I have so much stuff, so many things at home too that I have to just bring in. Furniture, books, tons of books. Oh, the book story I told you about, or started to. So I came to the school one day just to like print, do a couple of things, and my principal called me in the office. Anyway, he was talking to me and basically was like, hey, there's some money, some resources that you can use to order some books for your classroom. Knowing that I'm a new teacher, probably had my best, or definitely had my best interest in mind, to get me started with some books for my classroom library, that kind of thing. Sorry, I'm moving all around. I'm gonna try to start working on the computer while I'm talking here a little bit and print a couple things. In the future, I do have like a tripod and stuff, and a better camera. This is on my cell phone right now, and I'm getting a Snapchat at this moment too. So yeah, the quality will be much better in the future. What was I saying? What was I saying? Oh, the books. So yeah, called me and hey, I have some resources for you, some money through Scholastic that you can use to order some books for your classroom library. Cool, great. So I'm thinking maybe what, 20, 30 nice picture books. Cool, that would be fantastic. Every book counts, especially when I don't have to pay for it, right? On the school's dime or whatever. So I'm thinking 20, 30 books, you know. So he's kind of showing me or whatever the website, how to order. Like I don't order things online already. But anyway, the conversation progressed, so I finally get around to asking, so about how many books should I order? And he says, however many you want. So I'm like, okay, 20, 30, 40, like 50 books. He's like, about $1,000 worth. What? So obviously ecstatic about that. $1,000 worth of classroom books just for my classroom alone. That I get to personally pick and choose the books that I like, that I want, that are meaningful to me and personalized to my students, culturally relevant, that kind of thing. So I was really excited about that. So I spent I shouldn't say the weekend, but I spent quite a couple of hours really scavenging through the Scholastic catalog online, ordering $1,000 worth of books. So that's really awesome. The only downside is if I ever decide to relocate, move schools, I don't think the books get to come with me. But for the time being, while I am here, I'll have those $1,000 worth of books to turn to that I did not have to pay for. And then at home, I have like hundreds of books. I got a really early start in terms of building my classroom library. So like really as early as sometime in freshman year of college, I had that in my mind that I need to start building the classroom library. So what I did was, and a lot of you probably did the same thing, go into thrift stores, garage sales, that kind of thing. Never really paying full price for a book unless it's like really super worth it, and you really want to support that author in that way. But other than that, thrift stores, that kind of things, you find great quality books for pennies on the dollar. Like you find books for 10 cents, 20 cents. Sometimes libraries have the going out of business. No, they have like when they have multiple copies at a library, they sell the extra copies again for pennies on the dollar. So be on the lookout for those types of events or retailers. I know one in particular in Ann Arbor. There's a PTO thrift store, and they have tons of books. So like teachers, former teachers, parents of students, a lot of times they will donate their used resources to the PTO thrift store. So it's really personalized, specialized for teachers, and it's amazing. They have so many books. So I try to get out maybe once a month, so that the stock has time to kind of replenish, but try to get out once a month, hit a couple thrift stores, and spend maybe $30 on books, and it just saves you so much money. But other than that, I don't really pay full price for books, because you find like great quality books. Like parents, people, as their kids get older, the books are fine, they just don't, they don't have a use for them anymore, so they're donating them. I really look a mess. They don't have a use for them anymore, so they just donate them. So these are great quality books, but you do have to kind of use your discretion, of course, on what to get. I personally don't get any like character. I shouldn't say character. I personally don't get any like movie, TV character books. If I do, it's very seldom. I try to stick to not things that you're gonna see on TV. Not getting your Powerpuff Girls, Powerpuffs. Not getting those people. No, I'm not doing the Disney Channel. None of that stuff. You're watching that on TV at home. You're seeing them on YouTube, you're playing the video games already. We're not going to read about them too. We're going to expand our horizons. So I personally don't do that. You might choose to, because it is a good way to get your reluctant readers started. But I choose other avenues to get my reluctant readers started. Graphic novels, so they are intriguing. They do have characters in that same way. Picture books, just not the things that you're going to see on TV. And I choose to do that because typically the quality of books that are written based on TV shows or movies, the quality is typically a little bit lesser in terms of the writing and the moral focus and the real world relevance. That kind of thing is just not, I don't feel like it's building as much character and building lifelong learners and readers. I feel like it's more, we're looking at the pictures, you know, that kind of thing. Anyway, so that's a personal spiel. So I am going to, because I have not even logged in, I keep trying like to hold up the phone with one hand and to type with the other hand and log in. I have not logged in yet. I've been unsuccessful. So I'm going to do that, print a couple of things. Okay, so I decided it is semi-relevant what I'm printing. It's really dark. So also really lucky the printer is right here across the hall from my classroom. So but I just got my class roster yesterday. Just got my roster yesterday. And it's going to change a little bit still. I have 27 students right now. It was 26 yesterday, 27 as of today. And one of my teammates has 30. So, and I think the average is 28. So I'm sure I'll get at least one more, and then at some point, one or two will probably drop, and then I'll have one or two add again, and that'll probably happen after the school year starts. So that's exciting. Okay, I'm struggling with the lighting right now. That's a little bit better. And just in general, I look a mess. Anyway, when I got my roster, I started working through it and just looking at obviously the names and more importantly the demographics. So the ethnicity of my students, their primary language, that kind of thing. And I started working through that and putting all of that into an Excel sheet just so I can get a feel for what the demographics of my classroom is going to look like and how that compares to my teammates. I haven't really done any comparisons yet, but what the demographics of my classroom looks like, the languages that are represented, the ethnicities that are represented, so I can start having that in the back of my mind and planning accordingly for how I'm going to approach that once the school year starts. Something cool that I kind of noticed was, I can't remember the languages off the top of my head, but I have quite a few Asian and Indian students in my class, and their primary languages are not English, but two of them, how do I say this? I don't remember the languages. So let's just say I have from the Asian region, I have two languages. We'll say language A, language B. Two students speak language A. So those first few weeks, I'm going to have those two students sit by each other so that they can support one another, because I don't know how solid their English is. It might not be an issue at all. But nonetheless, I'm going to have them sit by one another, because that can be like a comforting factor to have someone right there by you that does know your first language. And again, language B, also two students that speak that language. And I can figure out those languages and share those with you later. But that was something that I found valuable with actually working through that and putting it in an Excel sheet and seeing what is really going on amongst my students, and how I can use that information to support their learning and their success. So that was pretty cool. Also, one thing that I'll be talking about in future videos is just the fact that I am a young, male, black teacher, and I'm teaching kindergarten. It's, I don't want to say unheard of, but very close to unheard of. I think I've seen maybe one. I know that I've seen one, and I saw that online off of teachchannel.com or .org, and he did a video, and he was a much older man too. So to be a new teacher, a young teacher, a male teacher, a black teacher teaching kindergarten in a pretty affluent community, is something special, something that I'm proud of, something that I'm excited to embark on here, and I'll elaborate on that more in another video. Again, so much I want to talk about, can't get it all in this video here, but that's definitely something that I want to elaborate more on, and that's one of the main reasons that I have chosen to start to vlog a little bit, because I think I have a unique voice to share in the education community, for students and for teachers. Some unique perspectives, I think. But anyway, I digress. I say all that to say, being black, I'm interested to see how many African American students I have in my classroom, and how that compares to my teammates, if it's more or less, and potentially discuss if that was intentional. And that's okay if it was intentional. I have no problem with that. I think that it's a smart call if it was intentional, because I might potentially be able to relate with those students more. And this school is in a strange location. It's like, it's on the city limit, and this city over here, super affluent, like zero poverty, very wealthy families, doctors, lawyers, engineers, wonderful. Here's the city limit. On this side, poverty. Not all poverty, but quite a bit of poverty. A lot of my students will be enrolled in the free and reduced lunch program, all that good stuff. So I feel lucky to be on this divide at this school and to be able to experience both sides of that. Again, I can't go into too much detail in this one video, but is something that I think is special about this school, is to have a balance of kind of like a little bit of an inner city feel and a little bit of a more affluent feel, all in one school, all in one classroom. Again, so to be a teacher that can connect with those students that are dealing with more issues than others, I'm privileged to be able to do that. So yeah, as of now, I believe I have 7 African American students enrolled in my classroom, and I don't know how that compares to the demographics of the school as a whole, percentage-wise. I know I have. Did I print the Excel? My computer just died. I didn't print the Excel sheet. That was one of the things I meant to print. Anyway, 7 African American students, 5 or 6 students of Asian descent. 1 Hispanic student, and I believe the rest are white. So, a good mix. I'm excited about that. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes. So again, working through that roster, it's going to change, but just getting a feel for what's going on in my classroom, language-wise, ethnicity-wise, because that's one of the things that I'm going to that's one of the things that I'm going to highlight in the first several weeks of school. Just to really kind of touch on the cultures that are in my classroom, celebrate those, so that my students are getting excited about the diversity aspect of our classroom community, so that my students are learning to be respectful. Students are learning to be respectful of the differences amongst us all, and all those great things. So at least the first 2 weeks will be dedicated to responsive classroom type things, just practicing communicating effectively as a teacher and a student. It's kindergarten, just getting comfortable in the classroom. I'm sure there will be tears. I pray that there are not, but I'm sure there will be. So how to communicate your needs and wants without crying, being more comfortable. That light is shining on my forehead. Goodness gracious. I'm going to get this recording thing down. But anyway, being comfortable at school. I know it's hard, kindergarten, separating from mom and dad, whoever, and spending all day here. And we don't start the year with half days. We jump right into the full days. We dive right in that thing. So that should be great. Most of them coming from not having any preschool. A couple of them did Young Fives here last year, but not. I think I have 3 that were in Young Fives last year, so they have some experience. They know the routine for the most part, but the rest of them, new. It's all brand new. So they're gonna be crying when they get here, and I'll probably be crying when I leave. Just kidding. I'm pretty resilient. I say that now, and we'll see what happens in future videos if I'm saying the same thing, singing the same tune. But let's see. My computer died, and I still have one more thing to print. But no, I don't. I'll do it later, because I have to make some adjustments to that Google Doc anyway before I print it. But the other thing that I printed that is semi-relevant is I just switched over my car insurance. Stay with me, this is relevant. I just switched over my car insurance to a company that specifically insures teachers or people who work in the education community, or education related field. So, and it lowered my car insurance by so much. Like sharing all my business, but previously I did not have full coverage and I paid this much. Now with this new company, I have full coverage and I pay this much, and I love it. So I switched that over like as soon as I could. So I'm excited about that, save a little bit of money. So look into that. I mean, I guess I can say the company name. It's called Meemic, MEECI. Another funny story. When I was talking to somebody about it, and I spelled it for him, and I said Meemic, what did I say? MEE. I think I just did it here. MEECI. What is that? I think I just did it again. That does not spell Meemic. Meemic, MEEMIC. I don't know where that MEECI comes from. I don't know what that spells, but it's not Meemic, and I keep doing it. It just comes out. But anyway, I can spell. I just don't know why that keeps coming out. But anyway, that was another digression. But look into that. I don't know that it's nationwide. I know it's at least statewide in Michigan. Honestly, I don't know. But check it out. You might find that you can save a lot of money through that program. I'm sure seasoned teachers already know about it. New teachers may not. So check that out and save you some money on your car insurance. Maybe they'll sponsor me for talking about it in this video. Alrighty, I'm about to get out of here. It's starting to get dark. And there is not much that I can do in here at at this point tonight. I don't know what my next steps are. I'm a very organized person. So yeah, finished working through this roster tonight and recognizing any more trends. Getting all my parent emails in one place. Yeah. Then as far as inside the classroom, probably going to start by bringing all my stuff that's at home in, because I want to start organizing stuff that's here and then bring more furniture and stuff in and realizing I don't have a place for it because I've already taken up all the space. So I want to get everything here before I start rearranging. My my bulletin boards, I'm really lucky again. I have 4 bulletin boards. 2 are 4x8 and 2 are 4x4. That's a 4x4. And then the other ones are twice as long. So I'm gonna go out and buy fabric for those. I measured them the other day. Buy some fabric for those, blah, 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 and start doing that kind of thing. My room is kind of small. It just is. And we're gonna make it work. But I do want to capitalize on the space that I do have available, because I'm not the kind of teacher that wants my students to just sit in the chair all day. I believe in a little bit of flexible seating within reason for kindergartners. I believe in having some space to move around, get active, that kind of thing. So I don't want my tables to take up all the space in the room. I want there to be some space in the room that's just open space. And I don't know how I'm going to make that possible in this room. I'll start by throwing this little plastic kitchen away to make more space, probably. But yeah, again, we'll work through that together in the next couple of weeks here. And you'll get to see that take shape. So, what else? Future videos, I know that I want to discuss interview process tips, that kind of thing, that help me to be successful, things that I heard from others, learned from others, read, and kind of discovered on my own. I want to discuss more about being a young male black teacher teaching elementary school. Some things that I already know, some pros, some cons, and probably a lot of things that I'm going to discover here in this first year of teaching. And a lot of these videos, a lot of the topics that I discuss will be geared towards new teachers, just because I'm going to be discovering things all throughout this year. And in future years, of course, I need to stop doing that. Hot dog forehead. It's because this camera is so low and I'm trying to look down at it. I'm telling you, I'm gonna get it together. I'm gonna have my tripod. I'm gonna be set up nice. I'm not gonna have this shirt on. I'm gonna have a haircut and it's gonna be great. The light won't be shining on my forehead right here. But anyway, interview tips, classroom setup, college tips, things to think about while you're still kind of working through your coursework, student teaching tips. There I go again, forehead. I can't think right now. I have a whole list of things that I want to talk to you guys about. I have a whole list and I can't think of any of them right now. Money saving tips. Oh, when all of those books, that $1,000 worth of books that I ordered, when those get shipped, or when they arrive rather, I'm gonna unbox them with you all so you can see what I purchased, and I'll discuss a little bit of why it's relevant to me, and why I chose those books. Some were more important than others. Some just look nice, so I kind of ordered them. But most of them had a very specific reason why I ordered them. So we'll get to unbox those together. Hopefully they all arrive sort of at the same time and not spread out over weeks. I'll figure that out. We'll see what happens with the delivery of those. Yeah. I guess I don't need to tell you everything that I have planned for the future. You will have to wait and see. Okay, I need to get out of this light because it's shining on my forehead. And it's bothering me. So, I'll walk out with you all. And that will be that. Another cool thing is I have complete control over the temperature in my classroom. I'm super excited about that. I shut myself up. Shut myself off. I always run cold. Crazy. So just to have like that and have control over it in here is making me so happy, because when I was a special education para and I was in other teachers' classrooms, like not as a guest, but working in their room, and it was their room, I had no say, really, no control. I was just cold all the time. So now, and the kids will be like, I'm cold, and the teacher will be like, I'm hot, deal with it. And I won't do that to my kids. We're gonna be nice and toasty and comfortable in here. I'm struggling. Look, this is like a behavior. This is like a behavior chart. The light is horrible right here. Oh, behavior chart is pretty ugly. I'm gonna make some adjustments to that. I'm not a super fan of, I don't want to drop this computer. Not a huge fan of like,
Move your clip. Move your chain to your collar.
not really about that. No, it's really dark. That's okay. We're headed outside. It'll be a little bit brighter. But yeah, not a fan of the move your clip, change your color. I know that there has to be, sorry, it's so dark. Can I walk back? That made it worse. That made it worse. I know that there has to be some type of accountability for students, so that they have repercussions and consequences for the behavior. They're held accountable so that you don't have the behaviors keep occurring. I know that. But someone else is here. Who it is. But Lord, dropping stuff. Unlock the car. But I don't want to just leave it to change your color, because that's not meaningful at all. Not meaningful at all. It's not, in itself, it's not appropriate and specific to the behavior that happened, right? So, I want something that's more meaningful, a behavior plan, a behavior system that is more intentional, more purposeful, and it's more clear than just move your color. I want something that is more, more student-driven, student-focused, so that they're taking responsibility for their own behavior, and I'm just kind of like guiding them along the way. And as well, I want it to be more positive. I should have said that first. I want it to be more of a positive reward system than a negative. So, a negative reward system. I want it to be a positive reward system that's driving their behaviors, and not just the fear of having to move your clip or change your color. So, I'll probably do a video once I really nail down exactly what that's going to look like. Alrighty, I'm going to go get something to eat because I'm hungry. what that's going to be, I don't know. But I'm hungry. And that quickly changes to hangry. So yeah, again, back that way, behind me, poverty. Not all poverty, but and not like super poverty, but lower income families, lower SES. The direction I'm driving towards home, super affluent, and just like incredible the difference that you see within a couple of miles. And during college, the college is actually in that city back there. I lived in the dorm my first year, and then I got my first apartment there, and it was not great. But whose first apartment is great. And then right after that, I was lucky enough to move to this wonderful city, Canton, Michigan, where I'm heading now. I don't even know. I might actually be in it already. I don't know exactly where the city limit lies, somewhere on this road. But anyway, just such a big difference you see just within a couple of miles. And it seems like it will be more of a gradual progression, like a gradual progression from lower SES to more wealthy, but it's really not. It's like wham, blam. It's pretty weird. So, just in the time that I pulled out of the school parking lot, I'm at a light right now, but if I were to turn at this light left and drive like 3 seconds that way, my girlfriend's school. She's also a teacher. She teaches 3rd grade. I'm sure she'll pop up here at some point. Her school's right there. I can see it. So our schools are literally like 1 minute and 30 seconds apart. It's pretty funny how that happened. So I was like, oh, we can have lunch together. But her lunch is at a different time. She teaches 3rd grade. I teach kindergarten. Typically the younger kiddos are going to have an earlier lunch because they cannot make it on an empty belly. Nor can I, so I'm happy about that. So she has a little bit later lunch, so I don't think the meeting up for lunch is going to happen too often. But it is what it is. All right, talking about food because I'm hungry. I'm so excited to start sharing some ideas with you all, sharing the progression of my wealth of knowledge as I grow as a teacher, sharing the knowledge that I already have, tips, tricks, research, experiences, all of those great things. Yeah, and I'm excited to see what comes of it all. Please subscribe. I know this is the only video that's on here right now, but I promise, I'm gonna continue. I'm gonna be consistent. And the quality is gonna be better than it is on this video. But I have a lot of great things that I want to share with you. So do subscribe, so you can continue to go on this journey with me. And we can learn together and learn from one another. Comment, share your ideas, share your thoughts. Be kind in the comments, please. And yeah, we're gonna have a good time. Comment what I should eat right now. What should I get to eat? Alrighty, subscribe, like, do all those great things. I'm gonna go home, finish working through that Excel sheet, find something to eat, and then do a little bit of editing. Do a little bit of editing to